one of the first things we noticed was escalation reduction. And it didn't just drop a little bit. We cut our escalation rate in half. And that trend stayed through the entire year, all the way through now. Like we have been significantly below goal for most of the last 12 months. And we've been below goal the whole months, but some of the months like very significantly below goal. And it all dates back to the month we started using this. There are always other initiatives in play with escalation, but there's been we can definitely see that in the month that we started doing this, escalations went down. And I have a graph later that'll show that, so I will share that as well. The other one is the enablement wins, being able to really look into the data on different parts of the ticket that we have. So a product and topic that might be listed or a feature, being able to look at that granular level of like the feature, for example, and say, every case we get in this is a little bit low. There has to be something enablement wise or something we're missing here. Like there's something here we need to fix, I guess is what's the best way to say it. And being able to then go deliver some targeted trainings on that or build something better into onboarding so people come out already better equipped on that has been really powerful to be able to do. And to then see it backed up with how new people's sentiment is better on those products when we put it into onboarding, or we did all these trainings and now the sentiment in that whole feature area is better. Being able to see that connection has been really helpful. And then customer sentiment as well, sharing that with other people, whether it's our own operational team, like this endeavor you put out is really helping. This is how the sentiment's been tracking. This is how the training goes, sharing it with product. We've shared it with some of the sales teams and stuff when they've asked us. We've been able to share specifics about their customer, look, their customer sentiment has really been improving as these things have been happening. And so that's been a really powerful story to share. And people are always pretty interested about, oh my gosh, I can't believe you can tell this. Because the difference between this and CSAT is not every case. It's just the people who respond. But with sentiment, We're seeing it across everything. So the story becomes a little more powerful there when we're seeing things that people might not otherwise report on. They may not even tell us they had a bad experience.
That's great. Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to also ask you, and this is something that comes up with a lot of our customers, right? Often there's an expectation that every, say, escalation prediction you get needs to be accurate, right? How do you manage expectations in a sense with your team around like the efficacy of this, right? And the workflow around maybe like the importance of some, but disregarding the other ones in a sense. Like how have you kind of handled that conundrum almost?
Yeah, I think we've really focused on, so you get like 10 alerts at once, skim them and look for the most egregious, address those first, and then kind of look at the others. Do I need to do anything on this? And we really have encouraged people, please be sure you're dismissing ones that maybe shouldn't be coming up. And for the people that are skeptical, and there always are some, we've come back and shown, look, some of the people are doing this really, really consistently, and look at how much our alerts dropped.
Yep.
And here it is. Yeah. So the actual alerts dropped, but we had no change in the escalation. It still was down. So it wasn't not predicting them. It was just not predicting some of the ones that were maybe false positives, or maybe because of how it was worded and something in our product, it was catching stuff that weren't really escalations. They were referring to like maybe something in the product. And it learned that over time. You can see very definitely where it learned it. Like about 6 months in, all of a sudden we saw a big sharp dip in the number of stuff we got, but we still kept actioning them. We were actually actioning a higher percentage of them because there were fewer of them. Yep. And our escalation rate continued to decline.